all. I'd like to thank you all for coming here and be present to honor these all individuals' work towards nourishing diversity in NDSU. I'm pleased to introduce Debjyoti Dwivedy here, as I call him Deb. He's my dear friend here in NDSU, and I'd like to start with a small story. 2 years back I was here, and I remember hearing some praise about him working for the Diwali night. It's a program formed by association from students of India to introduce the diversity of Indian culture to the NDSU population. And I didn't know that time who Debjyoti is, but still my friends and everybody else were talking about Debjyoti and his hard work there. After I personally met him, I saw him striving hard for the diversity goal of NDSU. There is a saying in Gita called Karmanneva Adhikaraste Ma Phaleshu Kadachan. It says that work hard without thinking of self-gain. And I saw Debjyoti working hard for the diversity and all efforts without expecting any self-gain from this. He's part of NDSU community and Association of Students from India about organizing events like Diwali night, Dosa festival, then dance and mass. And I would also like to add it, he's a graduate senator in NDSU, and his work towards his fellow graduate students. He was an active member of a funding team for funding for library, coffee shop, and the Graduate Learning Center, which is a space for graduate students in library. I would like to invite Cam to talk about him more.
Thanks, Nimish. I'm fortunate today to stand here with my proud support of Debjyoti, or as we said, Dave, as we call him. So I think it took me about 3 months to finally learn to say Debjyoti, so I just stuck with Dave for short. But Dave has been a phenomenal friend for the last year and a half, and about a year and a half ago I got to meet Dave through student government, and then also got to work with Dave in Masters of Success. And again, as I reiterate, becoming great friends with Dave, it's amazing the conversations we've been able to have over the last year and a half. For those of you that don't know, Dave is seeking out a PhD in electrical and computer engineering, but if that doesn't work out, he has a bright future in being a chef because he's a phenomenal cook. We've had plenty of nights being able to cook and experience some fine Indian food, but also just share about culture and politics and the differences. And we've been so fortunate with student government to have a leader like Dave, who, looking back last spring, when the tuition issue came up, Dave was one of the senators who stood up and said, I want to come with you guys to Bismarck, and I want to be a part of that. And the drive there, it was amazing to chat with Dave and learn more about his background and his experience. And he did such a phenomenal job supporting NDSU and being there, and really offering up his thoughts and knowledge to everyone around him. So again, Dave has been a great guy. He's got a huge heart, and it's amazing to see the impact he's had on campus. One of the other things I look at for this award was spreading of culture. And I talk about, again, Dave being able to do that with food, but as Nimish covered, it isn't to just a few of us, it's to all the organizations he's a part of. Being vice president of the Association of Students from India, stepping up in student government. He's a phenomenal person, and I bring up Dave if I can add this sensitive part. What I learned from Dave was he very early on in life set up a goal to come to the United States to seek out his PhD. And one of the setbacks was the passing of his father several years ago. And I think it's so impressive to chat with Dave and learn that, through that tough time, he still stood up and accomplished his goal. And this last December, was able to go back for a month and be back with his family and mom after over a year of being here in the States. And Dave, you got a huge heart, you got a very bright future, and I commend you for all the work and everything that you've put up with and done, and you've impacted this campus big time. So thank you, and we're excited to bring you into the Tapestry. So thanks.
Thank you, Cam and Nimish, for those kind words. It's really a great moment for me to get inducted in the Tapestry of Diverse Talents at NDSU. I don't have any words to express my joy and feelings for this. It's really a privilege to share the same honor with so many great individuals. I need to thank many people whose constant support and inspiration motivated me further in civic engagement. I'd like to take this opportunity to convey my sincere thanks to all the nominators and recommenders who felt that I am a fit for this honor. I would like to thank Mr. J. Kravanoff, Vice President, Get Citibank, Mr. Angshu Kaur, Software Engineer, Microsoft Fargo. You are like an elder brother to me and a friend, philosopher, and guide of the day I came to know you. Mr. Cam Knudsen, the former Student Body President, NDSU. Cam, thanks for being so nice, such wonderful and supportive, being a such wonderful and supportive friend. Mr. Luke Broder, Student Body President, NDSU. Mr. Nimish Dharmadikari, President, Graduate Student Association. Nimish, it's really a privilege to have a friend like you in my life. Mr. Benjamin Nicholas, Ben, my dear friend, thank you for all the love and support. Thank you very much. Miss Yushashi Chakraborty, Software Engineer, Microsoft Fargo. She's a very cute elder sister of mine. We call Didi in our native language, and only one word for you, I love you. I grew up in a family which is driven by values and education and culture. I'd like to express my sincere gratitude to my father, mother, sister, and brother-in-law, who inculcated the right basics in me to be a true ambassador of my country's culture, heritage, values, and tolerance. My brother and sister-in-law are present over here, I guess. I would just like to say them a big thank you for all their support, love, care, and inspirations. I'd like to thank the amazing people of Fargo Murat community, whom I met here in the last couple of years. My dear friends, Shayan Abres, Deborshi, Barsha, Arundhati, Arijit, Abhinav, and many others for their constant support and inspiration in all my endeavors. My friends in my undergrad college, Momita, are my constant inspirations for all my civic engagement and contributions. Thank you all. My sincere gratitude to Mr. Steve Winfrey, Director, Memorial Union, for changing the viewpoint of my life. Steve, you really helped me to understand the real meaning of my life by serving people need. My heartfelt thanks to Mr. Prakash Matthew, Vice President, Student Affairs of NDSU, for his constant support, inspiration, and guidance. Last but not the least, I'd like to thank the selection committee for acknowledging the contributions and selecting me for this great honor. And to say a few words about the fabric, why I choose that, I choose the white pure cotton fabric for two reasons. I choose the color white because it's an absolute symbol of peace. I belong to a country which is a great ambassador of peace and non-violence in the universe. It's one of the rarest nations which never indulged into a war unless attacked. And I choose pure cotton because India is the second largest cotton producing nation with a production of over 24 million bales. Pure cotton fabric known as khadi in India is the first domestic product that we produced to boycott foreign goods during our freedom movement and promoted Indian goods, thereby promoting Indian economy. Now we are one of the largest and powerful economies of the world with an excellent GDP growth of nearly 7% and a great nation for foreign investment and business. I'd like to thank you all for making the effort of coming here in spite of your busy schedule. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations,